Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Drayden Plays, and I'm back this time with another episode of Motivational Monday, episode 5. Now, I'm a little sick right now, if that's why my voice sounds pretty different. I stayed home from school today. I'm not feeling too great, but otherwise, let's get into episode 5 of Motivational Monday. So in this episode of Motivational Monday, there's basically 1 to 2 things that I really want to talk about. And I would say the first thing that I really want to talk about is kind of just being yourself and doing what you want to do rather than what others want to do. And a good example of this is basically like pressure from your parents to do all this stuff that maybe you don't want to do. And I'm here to say, you don't need to do, obviously, like, doing what your parents say is most of the time a good thing. But there are these times where it's really not the best, and the reason for that is because it's not something that you would do yourself. Now, one example of parents telling you to do something which is actually good advice is college. Obviously, parents want you to go to college because they want you to have a better future, and that is something that you definitely should do, is go to college. And I think that that's really good advice by parents. However, there's also like a downside of that, because if you really feel to yourself like you don't need to go to college, it might not be the best decision in the long run. But at the time, if you're just really swamped by everything, maybe college just isn't for you. You don't need to go to college for your job that you have a passion for. Then maybe it's the better idea not to go to college. But I feel like parents, when they have their whole stance on college, I feel like they're just trying to help us. But again, there's many times where my parents tell me to do something and I really just don't want to do it, and I try to reason with them, but they're not having it, and I have to do it anyway, and I do not feel good doing that because it's not something I want to do. And I feel like as humans, we have to do what we have a passion for in life, or life, what's the point of life? You only live once, YOLO. And if you're not doing what you love to do, then what's the point of living? And I feel like parents drive us to go through this cycle, this motions. Basically, you go to school, you try to get good grades. Elementary school, try to get into good classes in middle school. In middle school, they tell you get good grades to get good classes in high school. High school, get good grades so you can get into a good college. In college, get good grades so you can get a good job. And what am I talking about? And then once you get a job, you work hard to get a promotion. And then it just ends there. And then once you finally get the promotion, you're just like, it's like now I don't have anything else to work for. And I feel like if you find a job that you truly love, you're not going to need. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick. You're not going to need to keep like moving up, because you already have your passion and you're already content with where you are. And I just feel like that's a problem today in like America and around the world, is that we, like, the society like forces us to follow this like cycle. And if you're not loving what you're doing, then what really is the point of going through that cycle? And that's just like, again, that's just something that you need to figure out with yourself, like what you really love to do. Because I feel like if you really love to do something, you should do that rather than what other people think. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people think, because in the end of your life, when you're sitting there, it's just gonna be about you. Like, you're the most important person in your world. And I know that sounds very selfish, but like, who else would be? Why would you put somebody else more important than yourself? It just doesn't make much sense to me when people, like, I understand the whole sharing thing, and caring for other people. That's obviously super important in life. And if you're not caring for people and you don't love people, then you're kind of living a sad life. But again, you are the most important person in your life, because again, it sounds very selfish, but at the end of the day, it's just you. You're still your own person at the end of the day, and you shouldn't let anyone change who you are and what you enjoy to do. And again, that all ties into the whole thing. Just be yourself, and you don't always have to listen to what your parents tell you to do. If you want to try something new, if it's not dangerous, then try it. What the heck? What do you have to lose? Just be yourself, guys. All I'm saying, and just stay strong, and just do what you want to do in life. Because again, at the end of the day, it's just you. And when your parents, it's getting kind of dark actually. When your parents are dead, it's like, why did I just do all that stuff? They're not even here anymore. It's that whole argument right there. But yeah, so final thoughts. Just be yourself. I feel like I've said that so many times. Be yourself. Do what you want to do in life. And an example of that is YouTube. I wanted to start YouTube. My parents at first weren't too hot about it because I had to spend all this money to get equipment. But now they've seen how happy it makes me and how I've learned so much, and now they're kind of enjoying it. So maybe if your parents are making you hold back, or somebody you know is holding you back, maybe if you do something and then you give them a glimpse of what it is and how happy it makes you, then you'll change their mind too. And that all that just goes into doing what you want to do and being yourself. So that is episode 5 of Motivational Monday. I can't believe I've done 5 episodes of these, and a lot more to come. So I'm sick right now. I'm gonna go lay down. So yeah, peace out, guys. Stay dream.